Hello everyone and welcome back to 27 Fox Place. I have a load of laundry to transfer over to the dryer and there's a few things I need to hang up to air dry. I like to time the laundry so that I can get everything folded first thing in the morning. The rest of the morning reset is already done, so while I'm waiting for the clothes to dry, I have time for a workout and a shower. I try to get in at least 30 minutes of exercise 4 to 5 days a week, even if it's just a 15-minute walk in the morning and another 15-minute walk in the evening. I always try to include strength training, yoga, and some form of cardio every week. On this particular day, I just wanted to get outside, so I decided to go for a 30-minute interval walk, and it doesn't matter what I have planned for the day. I always like to get the morning routine out of the way as soon as possible so that it actually gets done.
Better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails.
We spent most of our time cleaning up in the yard this weekend, so I thought it would be a good time to give you an update on the front yard. Last year, I dug up this front flower bed and planted a row of giant mondo grass and some Mexican heather. So far, I'm happy with the way it's turning out. We added a fresh layer of mulch in the front yard this weekend. Fresh mulch always looks nice, but it helps to keep the moisture in and the weeds out, and the mulch helps to add nutrients to the soil as it breaks down. The roses look amazing in the spring. We used to have creeping fig on this wall, but it required too much maintenance, so a few years ago we pulled out the fig and planted these Don Juan climbing roses on the side of the house. They're covered in blooms and they smell just as good as they look.
Wait for our home to show on the horizon, soon we'll be there. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight.
You may remember a few weeks ago I cleaned up this patch of begonias. Once they fill in, you won't even be able to see the ground underneath them, but in the meantime, a layer of mulch helps to hide the wires of the low voltage lighting and makes everything look neat and tidy.
We just sail with the wind that we've got, and when we're drowning in...
Getting showered and dressed for the day is always part of my morning routine. I always get out of my PJs and dress to leave the house. I'm always much more productive when I feel put together, even if I don't leave the house at all. Of course, weekends usually start later than the weekdays, and we may lounge in our PJs in the morning. Weekends are always unpredictable because I never know what my husband is going to feel like doing. We may have plans to do one thing, but then end up doing something completely different, or I might have plans to do absolutely nothing and end up working on something all day long with my husband. Weekends are more relaxed, but during the work week, things are more predictable and routine, so I always get started on my morning routine as early as possible.
Recall when we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. This road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are, and if you found a way out from the dark. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. Bruises, they come and they go, and we have to try and keep up, 'cause this life's so much more. And I still wonder where you are.
For me, doing laundry is folding laundry. Folding requires the most hands-on time, and it usually takes me between 5 or 10 minutes to fold a load of laundry. I always try to get the laundry put away as soon as I'm done folding it, but if I need to put it off for some reason, I can usually find a few minutes later in the day to get the laundry put away. I leave the folded laundry in the basket until I have time to put it away, and then once the basket is empty, I can fill it up with the next load.
The clock ticking off the wall, but tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself or be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel it.
I keep delicate items and things that need to be hand washed along with laundry bags in these 2 baskets in the closet. I keep them separate from the rest of the laundry so that I can quickly zip them up in a bag before I wash them. I never have enough delicate items to run even a small load of laundry, so I put the delicate items in mesh bags so that I can wash them with the rest of the laundry. The mesh bags protect them in the wash, and then I can easily pull out the bags so they don't go in the dryer.
When I'm in this town, beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at these beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest, smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now.
I usually like to unload the dishwasher while I'm waiting for my coffee to brew in the morning. The dishwasher wasn't full enough to run the night before, so we didn't run it until after breakfast this morning, and now that it's finished, I have a few things that I want to do in the kitchen this morning, but I wanted to unload the dishwasher before I get started.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town.
Now Now that the dishwasher is empty, there's just a few things that I need to restock before I start cleaning the fridge. We're out of paper towels, so I needed to put out a new roll, and I get so many questions about this paper towel holder. I found this one at Home Goods years ago, and I think it's almost 15 years old now. I try to wipe down the fridge every week or two, but I don't really have a scheduled day for cleaning the fridge. When I clean the fridge very much depends on the day we go shopping for groceries. I usually give the shelves a quick wipe down the day before we go grocery shopping. I make a list of what we need from the store and what we have that we need to use up in the next few days while I'm at it. I always have chocolate chips in the fridge to snack on when I need something sweet. I'm not a late night snacker, but I do like to have a handful of chocolate chips after dinner. One mason jar holds one bag of chips, but it was almost empty, so I wanted to empty the rest into a smaller container.
Like a dream, you and I standing wild and free, with petals so golden, the sun's warm kiss, a love so strong.
We have a small kitchen, so in order to make more space, we decided to get a counter depth fridge. A counter depth fridge is shallow, so it doesn't take up extra space in the kitchen, but it also has a smaller capacity than a standard depth fridge. We have a second fridge in the garage where we keep drinks and extras that we don't have room for in the house. That way I can restock when we run low inside. I try to clean out the freezer about once a year. This top basket stays pretty clean because all of the crumbs and bits fall into the lower drawer below it. But like the rest of the drawers in the fridge, it's easy to pull out, so I can rinse it off and give it a quick wipe down.
Mambo high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird wing.
I keep mostly frozen smoothie packs and frozen fruit for smoothies in this bottom drawer, and you may notice all of the empty Ziploc bags that I keep in the freezer. I use Ziploc bags to prep the ingredients that I use in smoothies, but to cut down on plastic, I like to reuse the bags. Once I make a smoothie, I rinse out the Ziploc bag and store the used bags in the freezer so that I can use them again.
Golden thing, golden. I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Walk up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Gold birds, gold string. Gold birds, golden, golden. I follow only golden, golden, golden things. Golden, I'll follow only golden.
This shallow drawer doesn't have a lot of room for larger items, but it is perfect to organize all those small items that would be hard to find in the deeper drawers. And I keep a small selection of meats in this top drawer. We do have some extra meat in the freezer outside, but it's much more convenient to have some in the house to pull out for dinner.
I didn't know I was telling a lie. It's been a long day for sure. How could I resist your
I made a batch of red chili and a batch of pasta sauce last week, and I popped them in the freezer. I like to use these silicone super cube trays to freeze soups and sauces, but for long-term freezer storage, I like to use a vacuum sealer. It prevents freezer burn so that the food lasts longer in the freezer. Once the bag is sealed, you have to cut the bag open, but the bags are reusable. I use a permanent Sharpie to write the contents of the bag and the expiration, but I write the information above the seal so that when I cut the bag open, I cut off the information.
You are holding my hand. I have no clue, don't know what it means, but I know you'll understand. 'Cause when you're away, there's a hole in my heart. Feels like a deja vu. I know for sure you are my missing part. I know that you'll be you. 'Cause you're my sweetheart. When you're around, I feel the spark takes me higher, sweetheart.
These silicone freezer molds are dishwasher safe, but I need to wash the lids by hand along with a few other things. When I cleaned out the freezer, I found a popsicle that I made last summer, and I'm sure it's freezer burned by now, so I need to wash out the mold. I drink water most of the time, but now that the weather is warming up, I like to have an iced coffee in the afternoon. I didn't finish my last cup of coffee this morning, but there wasn't quite enough left to make a full glass of iced coffee. I had to brew another cup, and I'll transfer the coffee to an airtight bottle so that I can keep it in the fridge. I hadn't planned on making cookies when I started out today, but the idea popped into my head while I was cleaning out the fridge. This is a grain-free recipe that's made with almond flour. It only has a few ingredients, so it's a very simple recipe to make. It's just almond flour, coconut sugar, and baking powder. And I'm going to measure out the ingredients for 2 batches while I'm at it. I'll make 1 batch for today, and then I'll store 1 batch in the pantry for next time. They're low-carb cookies, and the recipe only makes about 10 small cookies. Each cookie is about 80 calories, and I'll be sure to leave a link in the description box if you want to try them. But because they're made with almond flour, they need to be kept in a cool, dark location, but you can also store them in the fridge or freezer for an occasional treat. I always like to have extra chocolate in my cookies, but as soon as I added the chocolate chips, I thought I might have actually overdone it. But in the end, it turned out there was just the right amount of dough to hold all the chips together. The cookies need to bake for about 10 minutes at 350 degrees, which gives me just enough time to measure out the ingredients for banana bread and clean up in the kitchen. I had planned to put together the dry ingredients for banana bread before I got sidetracked making cookies. We have bananas that will be ripe enough for banana bread in the next few days, so I wanted to make banana bread this week. Banana bread is something that I make on a regular basis, but I don't always have the time when I have the right bananas, so I like to put together the dry ingredients ahead of time. It cuts the prep time in half if I measure out several batches while I have the ingredients out. So I always put together baking mixes for other recipes that I make on a regular basis. I put all the ingredients in a large mason jar and I use an acrylic paint pen to label the contents and any other information that I need. The paint pen works on glass and plastic and it washes right off with soap and water. Because of the almond flour, I only keep them in the pantry for a month or two, but you could store them in the freezer for up to 6 months.
Of eternity, 7 days in another country. Every cell screams stay right here, and my legs think processing fear. We got time after this, but I'll need you as my brightest light, even in the darkest night.
These cookies are always best when the chocolate is still warm and gooey, so the hardest part is waiting long enough for them to cool down, but they're soft and chewy anytime, and they're perfect for an afternoon treat. That's all for today. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications before you go. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I hope to see you next time.